Hey guys, Tori Boggs here, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to do a snake release. A snake release is the next step up from the basic release, so hopefully you've been to my tutorial there, and it's really the stepping stone before going into the Mick or the Mamba, as the most important movement that you're going to learn for the snake release applies to those skills as well. So let's jump right into the tutorial. Alright, so for the snake release, the most important movement that I was talking about is what we call stirring the pot. So we're just going to do that to start. So if your dominant hand is your right hand, go ahead and throw your left handle on the ground. And I want you to start making a big loop with your right hand going in the counterclockwise direction. So what you want to have happen is that you have this nice big U in your rope. So you don't want to have multiple loops that come from spinning the handle too fast. You want a nice big loop. And to do that, it'll probably require starting with bigger arm movements coming from your elbow to get the rope going. And then you can kind of move it to your wrist, and then obviously you don't want to be hitting your rope, so you can keep your hand far away from your body. So just start here with this movement, mastering that, and then go ahead and try the other hand. So if you have it in your left hand, right handle on the ground, you're going to be making big stirring circles in the clockwise direction. So from your view, your arm is moving clockwise. And same thing applies, you want that big loop in the rope. And this is the movement that I was talking about that's gonna go into kind of that Mick release as well, because what ends up happening, you go the other direction for that, but it's the same thing, you just get it quicker and you bring it up to your side essentially. So start first with the snake release and making that big stir motion. So remember, right hand counterclockwise, left hand clockwise. All right, so going into the actual skill and the release part of it, let's go ahead and focus on the right hand release. So I want you to start both handles in your hands. Right hand is up, left hand on the bottom. And you're gonna start by first swinging the rope to your left. And as you do that, you're gonna fold your left arm behind and your right hand is gonna come over your head. So as the rope's going behind you, left hand comes behind, right hand is controlling over your head. So from this point, you wrap that left hand behind your back. And now your right hand is looping to the front. And this moment, when your hand is coming around your back, the rope is coming towards the front, is when you're gonna release that left handle. Okay, so going from the beginning again, we have right hand on top, left hand on the bottom. We make that big loop, left hand folds, right arm is controlling, comes to the front, and that's when you drop that handle. Okay, from this point, is when you're gonna start that stirring motion. So the handle was dropped as your right hand was going away from you, and now you're gonna flip your arm and turn directly into that stirring motion. So one more time, the right hand came around, goes away from you, you drop the handle, and now you go into that stir. And that's really how you get that momentum on the rope to go right to this point, essentially. And then to complete the release, so you let go of it and now we need to catch it. As you're doing that stirring motion, when your right hand comes towards you and then away from you again, you're gonna kind of give the rope a little pop up. And that's to raise the handle in the air. So it's going towards you, away from you, you pop up the rope, the handle lifts into the air, and that's when you're gonna catch it with your left hand. And if you remember on that basic release tutorial, I had us do a pull, and at the end you kind of did a little flick. Very similar here, you have that nice smooth circle going away and a little pop with the arm. That's gonna pick that handle up quickly and get you to catch it. And then I like to make this skill really smooth by, as the rope is going away from you and popping it, it kind of naturally is coming behind you, so you can kind of flow into whatever skill that you want to do next. So that's the nice thing about the snake release, is it's quite flowy, it doesn't interrupt things, and that's ultimately what you want in jump rope, right? So now let's focus on the left hand. So if we have left hand leading, we're gonna start handles in both hands, left on top, right hand on the bottom, and we're gonna swing the rope first to the right. So now my left hand's in control, it's going over my head. My right hand is gonna fold behind me. And now as my left hand is coming to the front and away from me, I'm dropping that right handle. From here, we're going directly into that stir. So remember, right hand counterclockwise, left hand clockwise. So we're into that stir. Same rules apply. Left hand comes towards me. As it goes away from me, that's when I'm gonna pop up the rope, and there's my handle to catch. So there is your snake release. Whoop. Enjoy. Thank you guys so much for watching and learning the snake release with me today. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe to my channel, drop a comment on this release and any other skills that you guys want to see here in the future. And until next time, happy jumping.
Presented by Brooks Running.